Hey guys, welcome back to this week's Read with Me. So, this week we're looking at two nonfiction texts. We're going to look at The Duel of Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, and there are two versions. So, as we read, we want to think about whose perspective or point of view could this version be written from? All right, so let's go on and get started. On July 11th, 1884, Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton met for a duel in Weehawken, New Jersey. Hamilton was a founding father of our country and a signer of our Constitution. Burr was his bitter enemy. Hamilton fired his pistol first and missed on purpose. Burr fired second. His bullet hit Hamilton's liver and spine. Hamilton died the next day. The circumstances leading up to the duel were mostly Aaron Burr's fault. During the Revolutionary War, both Hamilton and Burr distinguished themselves as heroes. George Washington, who was the Army commander-in-chief at the time, made Hamilton his chief aide. Washington also made Burr an aide, but Burr quit after just a few weeks. It's rumored that Washington and Burr did not get along. When Washington became president, he selected Alexander Hamilton to be our country's first Secretary of the Treasury, which is the person in government who oversees our country's finances and money. Burr was jealous that George Washington favored Hamilton over him. The father of Hamilton's wife was a New York senator named Philip Schuyler. To get back at Hamilton, Burr decided to run against Schuyler for his Senate position. Burr won the election and took Schuyler's job. Later, Burr ran against Thomas Jefferson for president. Burr lost the election and took it personally that Hamilton had supported Jefferson instead of him. When Hamilton didn't support Burr again when he later ran for governor of New York, Burr was offended and challenged Hamilton to a duel. All right, so that is version 1. So here is version 2. So let's read about version 2. On July 11, 1804, Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton met on a cliffside overlooking the Hudson River, prepared to duel. Burr was the vice president of the United States. Hamilton was his bitter enemy. The two men fired their shots. Hamilton missed. Burr did not. Hamilton fell to the ground, seriously wounded. Burr ventured forward to check on Hamilton, but someone held him back. Hamilton died the next day, but the circumstances leading up to his death were really his own fault. Hamilton had unfairly held a grudge against Burr for years. In 1791, Aaron Burr won the New York election to become a United States senator. The losing opponent happened to be Hamilton's father-in-law. Hamilton was angry that Burr had run against his wife's father. When Burr won, Hamilton took it personally. From then on, Hamilton actively engaged in sabotaging Burr's political career. In the presidential election of 1800, Aaron Burr and Thomas Jefferson received the same number of electoral college votes. Hamilton didn't like either man, but he disliked Burr more. To sway a revolt toward Jefferson, Hamilton called Burr far more cunning than wise. He said Burr was inferior in real ability to Jefferson. Jefferson won the presidency. Burr became vice president because back then, the runner-up became the vice president. When his vice presidency was coming to an end, Burr ran for governor of New York. Hamilton did not want Burr to win, so he said terrible insults about him. A newspaper quoted Hamilton calling Burr a dangerous man and despicable. After Burr lost the election, he sent Hamilton to a letter giving him two options: apologize for his remarks or face him in a duel. It was Hamilton's refusal to apologize that led to his death in the duel. All right, so that is this week's Read With Me. We have two different nonfiction texts of two different versions of the same story. So it's pretty interesting to see the differences in two people's perspectives and then maybe think about what could have made their perspective or influenced their perspective in the way that they told the story. All right, so thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye.